Hello and welcome to Healthy Kitchen 101. My name is Ngo and today I'm testing this pretty scarlet little juicer called the Omega NC900, and we will rate the machine based on three categories: performance, design, and usability. So for the performance test, we're going to use 500 grams of kale, 500 grams of carrots cut into about 2-3 inches long pieces, 500 grams of apples. I'll core them and cut them into 8 equal parts each using a quarter and slicer, and 500 grams of celery. Okay, so for each of these ingredients, we will see how long the machine takes to juice them, and the juice yield by weight, as well as the noise level during operation. These can be quite noisy. And for kale especially, we will also measure the foam level in the juice. Okay, that's about it. Let's begin. Performance. Kale test. This is the juice container that comes with this machine, but for easy comparison, I'm going to use this one on all our machines. Uh, 313 grams of juice. The juice is quite foamy. This is about 3 centimeters of foam in here. It took the machine about 7 minutes 22 seconds to finish juicing, and the sound level was between 65 and 75 decibels, which is quite quiet for a masticating juicer. Celery test. For this test, I have prepared 420 grams of celery stalks here and 80 grams of leaves. It took it 3 minutes and 21 seconds. It made 320 grams of juice, and the noise level was between 68 and 72 decibels. What I liked about this juicer is that it has a very spacious working area here. I could push the whole stalk of celery in. I didn't have to cut it into small pieces. And for this amount of juice, I would say this is a very decent juicer for celery. Apple test. $386 grams of juice, and it took it 2 minutes 44 seconds, and the noise level was between 68 to 72 decibels. So it wasn't too difficult. The apple skin is really tough, and it's usually very hard for the cutter to cut through the skin, but this one did a decent job, and it has a very spacious working section here, so it wasn't challenging to work with. That's pretty much it. Carrot test. it took the Omega NC900 only 2 minutes and 4 seconds and 224 grams of juice. Operation was quiet relatively at around 70 to 75 decibels. After weeks of using and testing the Omega NC900, this is our final thoughts and ratings for it. Performance. The Omega NC900 performed really well on all 4 ingredients: carrots, kale, celery and apples, but especially on carrots, it took the shortest time and produced the most juice compared to other juicers that we have tested. It did excellent on kale too. It made a lot of juice in a short time, but the juice is admittedly a little foamy, but it's already a lot less foamy compared to that made by other juicers such as the Joku or the AMZ Chef Masticating juicers. Overall, this machine got a 8 out of 10 for its excellent performance. Design. The Omega NC900 is relatively large and it has a very strong build. We particularly like the large feed chute and drum here because it allows for faster feeding and which consequently means shorter juicing time too. Despite the auger spinning at a relatively low speed of 80 RPM. This large plate here is very useful in preventing the food from dropping out. I only learned to appreciate it after working with other juicers that don't have a plate. There is only one speed option, but here we have a knob, an end cap that you can adjust according to the density of the ingredients you are working with. So overall, the Omega NC900 got a design score of 8 out of 10. Usability. The Omega NC900 is one of the most user-friendly masticators that we've tested so far, especially when compared to other smaller models. Its big size, especially at the feed chute and the drum here, allows it to handle larger size ingredients, so you don't have to cut your celery or carrots into tiny little pieces. It rarely clogs or jams, but when it does, one thing to note is to turn it off for a second or two before pressing reverse, or else the reverse function won't work. So the NC900 comes with dishwasher-friendly parts, and it is equally easy to wash by hands, except for one part, which is the juice mesh inside here. It is quite difficult to clean, but it's a minor inconvenience. This one still got a high usability score of 8.6 out of 10. So we have tested quite a few models of masticating juicers so far, and the Omega NC900 is so far the best one. We gave it an overall score of 8.2 out of 10. So that was it for the Omega NC900 Masticating juicer. Thank you for watching the video, and if you enjoyed it, please press like and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Thank you.